What's good, everybody? Marty again. Alright, so I made an updated list of all the best raid Pokemon that you can use in Scarlet and Violet 6-star raids. Now, these can also do, they could be helpful in 7-star raids, and they're definitely good for 5 stars. So, let's just get into it. Make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and hit the Discord. The link will be in the description. So, let's just get into it. First one is going to be Amoonguss. So Amoonguss is a supporter. Now, there's not going to be only just all-out attackers. If you're playing with friends, you're going to want to support them sometimes. So we got Black Sludge Regenerator, which we're not going to be switching out, so that doesn't really matter. The Terra type doesn't really matter because we're supporting. 252 HP, 252 defense, Bold Nature, Spore. Basically, the main two weapons you got are Spore, you're going to put them to sleep, and Pollen Puff, you can make your teammates get healed by targeting them. It's also an attack, so that's good, and Giga Drain also recovers HP. Very good supporter. Recommended using this on only things that it can resist, like water or grass, Pokemon like that. So they're not just the grass Terra type, their actual type. That's what really counts. So let's move into the next one. The next one we're going to have in Annihilate. Annihilate is one of the best Pokemon you can possibly use. Me personally, I use this set right here. 252 HP, 252 special defense, helps you tank things. Honestly, this set can basically kill anything that isn't dark. Well, actually, I take that back. It can kill basically anything that's not, anything that's not special. So any physical attacker this could take down. The EV spread doesn't really matter. You're going to get the same exact result. You're going to bulk up and you're going to screech. And that should be GG's. Try this one out. This is one of the best ones. I promise you. This one will win. Next up, we got Armarouge. Now, remember, you need types for every Terra type. So if there's a poison type, Armarouge would be good for you. Also, it's strong against grass types as well as bug types. So this one is just standard Calm Mind. You got Armor Cannon, which is extremely powerful. 252 HP, 252 special attack. Really good. Taunt. You want Taunt all the time because there are certain Pokemon that will prevent you from doing things. Some of them will try and set up on you and you will get bopped. So that's Armorers right there. And always remember to Cover Cloak. Cover Cloak is always extremely good. Prevents any like excess status. So there's Armarouge. Azumarill, Charizard killer. I don't need to talk about him. Moving on. Ceruledge. This is the Pokemon I'm going to be using against Cinderace. It should be pretty ridiculous. 252 attack, 252 speed. Flash Fire makes it have 2 immunities. And, well, 3 immunities. It's also immune to normal types. But that's neither here or there. Bitter Blade, Bulk Up, Phantom Force, Solar Blade. You can also run Swords Dance if you want. It's up to you. Very good Pokemon. Moving on. Titan. Now this one is difficult. You can only use this on certain Pokemon. Flying type, grass type, ground types. But if they're hitting you with a fighting move, you're going to have a bad time. This is just like as fast as possible, you want to kill them. So sheer force is what we're going to use here. You're going to want to use Covered Cloak or Leftovers, and that will be pretty much GG. 252 HP, 252 attack. Belly Drum, anything with Belly Drum is pretty good. So Liquidation, Play Rough, you can put whatever you want, but he's mainly just to beat up grass types. So let's move on. Chiyu, Super Broken, aka Nemo. He's self-explanatory. Beads of Ruin lowers all special defense. Now, this Pokemon you're going to want to use by yourself, unless you're against a Pokemon that you're not worried about doing special attacks, because it will lower your friend's special attack as well. so you got to make sure you don't do that. Taunt, super good. Lava Plume, Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse. Self-explanatory, he's a beast. Don't let him fool you. Dondozo, special mention. If you go up against any Corviknight, you're going to lose. Why? Because it's going to be using Hone Claws, and he will kill you if he gets the chance. Dondozo prevents that by having Unaware. So you basically tank any Pokemon that is trying to boost its stats in any way, shape, or form. This thing can curse up in their face and hit them with Liquidation. Like I said, I suggest you use this on anything that's ground or fire or something like that. Preferably this is a Corviknight counter, because I know a lot of people have a hard time with Corviknight. Also, Body Press is the secondary attack you're going to use here. Liquidation can also lower their defense further. 252 HP, 252 defense, and we just put the rest there just for laughs. Leftovers, by the time you're done bulking up, you're gonna heal all your damage back. So let's move on. Garchomp. There's not really much to say about him. Honestly, he's not as good as a lot of others. But Swords Dance and Outrage are really good. And, good. And Earthquake can just destroy all fire types, rock types, steel types, as long as they're not killing you. Garchomp will get slaughtered if they get the chance. Outrage, he's strong. I suggest you try him out, but only in those selected areas, as he is not good for everything. Moving on is Goldango, aka Cinnamon. He's amazing. 252 special attack, 252 speed. Nasty Plot, Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, and Metal Sound. Basically, he does the same thing as Annihilate, but he does the opposite. He's a special attacker, and he has Good as Gold, preventing all status moves. And that's it. You boost up in their face and you kill them very fast. He's extremely powerful, and I suggest everybody gets one. Moving on, we got Grimmsnarl, another supporter. This is probably the best supporter that there is. If you need a Pokemon like I'm gonna mention in later, Poltegeist, who's using Small Smash and lowering his defense, you're gonna want someone like this, because that could put up Reflect and Light Screen. Also, Taunt is really good to stop those Pokemon from boosting up in your face. You will get wrecked. Spirit Break or Chilling Water, depending which one you want to use. One lowers attack, one lowers special attack. You choose, depending on the Pokemon you're up against. Alright, next, we have Iron Hands. Everyone should know what it does. You just belly dance and you just belly drum, and then you just kill it with Drain Punch. Now this one I use Terra-type Fighting specifically because it boosts your Drain Punch and allows you to gain all that HP back. Those little chunks do a lot, so yeah, he's really, really powerful, and he's probably one of the best of the best. Moving on, King Gambit, self-explanatory, good for ghost types, good for rock types, those specific ones. He doesn't really have anything other than that, so it's really just that. Also to mention, Supreme Overlord works even if you get KO'd, but remember, you would have to die 6 times for him to get a maximum boost, so it's not really that crazy, but it's a little something. 252 HP, 252 attack. You should be good after some Swords Dance, and you just chip them away until they're dead. Next one is Oranguru. A lot of people don't know what he does, but I'm here to teach you. Expert Belt, Choice Band, Choice Specs, Life Orb, or Citrus Berry. Depending on what your teammates are using is the item you're going to choose, because when they're done using their item, he will immediately give them his item. So if they're using like a Azumarill and he does a belly drum, usually they have a Citrus Berry. When they eat the Citrus Berry, he's going to give that Azumarill his Choice Band or Expert Belt, which Expert Belt is probably the best. so you don't lock them into whatever it is. Or you could just give them another citrus berry. He has a move called Instruct, which also lets him force you to repeat a move. So, for example, if your friend uses a belly drum and Oranguru uses Instruct on Azumarill, Azumarill will be forced to do another belly drum. So, not saying you're going to do it for belly drum, but you're going to do it for something like Shell Smash, which you're going to see later on. 248 HP, 252 speed. You can make it 252 on both sides, it doesn't really matter. He's going to get the job done. Next up, Poltergeist with White Herb. This thing is kind of a gimmick. You're going to have to use it with Oranguru. Shell Smash. If you Shell Smash 3 times and use a stored power, it's basically over. And that's basically it. If you're low on HP, you Strength Sap, they lose attack. If they're a physical attacker, they're basically finished. Moving on. Sylveon, last one. Anything that's fighting dragon. That's basically it. Fighting and dragon. Calm Mind. Same thing that we killed 7-star Charizard with in one hit. Really broken. Calm Mind. Fake Tears, Calm Mind. I put that shit twice, but it doesn't matter. Because you're really just doing Calm Mind, Fake Tears, and then you Hyper Beam and you win. So, that's basically it. 252 HP, 252 special attack. Terra type, you want Fairy. Now, this thing will get smoked if they're hitting you for physical damage, so just know that. This thing is only meant for Pokemon that are using special attacks, not physical. So, if you like that, you guys know what to do. Peace.